Hello everyone, today we explore Romans 11, the remnant of Israel and God's mercy. In this chapter, Paul explains that God has not rejected Israel, but a remnant remains through faith. He also reveals how Gentiles have been grafted into God's plan and how God's mercy extends to all. Now let's hear from Paul himself.
I ask then, has God rejected his people? Certainly not. I am an Israelite, a descendant of Abraham. God has not cast away his people, whom he foreknew. Remember Elijah? He thought he was the only one left, but God said, I have kept for myself 7,000 who have not bowed to Baal. In the same way, there is now a remnant chosen by grace. If it is by grace, it is no longer by works. Otherwise, grace would not be grace. What then? Israel did not obtain what it sought, but the elect did. The rest were hardened, as it is written, God gave them a spirit of stupor. Their hearts were hardened, but their rejection is not final. Their failure brought salvation to the Gentiles, to make Israel jealous. If their loss meant riches for the world, how much greater will their full inclusion be? I am speaking to you, Gentiles. If Israel's rejection brought reconciliation to the world, what will their acceptance be but life from the dead? If the root is holy, so are the branches. Some branches were broken off because of unbelief, and you Gentiles were grafted in. Do not boast over the natural branches. You stand by faith, not by your own works. If God did not spare the natural branches, he will not spare you either. Consider the kindness and severity of God. Kindness to those who believe, but severity to those who fall away. Israel's hardening is temporary until the full number of Gentiles has come in. Then all Israel will be saved, as it is written, the deliverer will come from Zion. God's gifts and calling are irrevocable. Just as you Gentiles once disobeyed but received mercy, so now Israel, though disobedient, will also receive mercy. God has bound everyone over to disobedience, so that he may have mercy on all. Oh, the depth of the riches of God's wisdom! How unsearchable are his judgments, and how beyond tracing out are his ways. Who has known the mind of the Lord, or who has been his counselor? For from him and through him and to him are all things. To him be the glory forever. Amen.
This chapter reminds us that God's plan is unfolding perfectly. Both Jews and Gentiles are part of his mercy. He calls us to humility, faith, and trust in his wisdom. His promises never fail, and his mercy extends to all. Thank you for watching.